Want to record this with me? All right, let me start from the beginning. So you want to make sure you go to the database tools, then you go to relationships, and let me close this so you can do it again, relationships, and then you're going to grab all the tables and add them to your diagram, right? And then you just want to make sure that you connect them and establish the relationships for every single one of those tables that we created. So let's organize it real quick. This is your cash. Let's do your resources on the left. So your inventory should be on the left. Your inventory type should be here. And then we have color, fabric colors on the left, right? Is that the way we had it before? Then we have employees, retailer sales, retailer customers, sales reps. Now, this is a very difficult assignment when it comes to relationship. No, not that difficult at all. It's only just one part of the whole business, right? Inventory types, inventory. Cash receipts goes all the way down. So let me bring this down a little bit. And this was the table that is in between retailer sales and inventory, right? So this retailer sales items happens to be in between those two. All right, so 3, 7, 10 items. How many relationships do we have? Actually, let me go to our UML. Let's start with these. These are one to many. Those are easy. So fabric colors to finished inventory and inventory types. So we just grab the fabric, the color code, and we go throw it into the color code for this, right? Color code to color code, and we enforce referential integrity, and we create it. And so I'm not explaining something new here. This is something you did in your previous class activity, so I'll go a little faster. Your type code goes into your type code right here. I make sure that both type codes are selected, I enforce referential integrity, and I create it. And since all of these are 1-1s, and I make sure that I grab all of them. All right, next. This is gonna do retailer sales items will be connected to finished inventory, and retail sales will be connected to your stock flow, the retailer sales items. So let's go ahead and grab that. So there will be many catalog numbers. So you got to bring this from inventory to retailer sales items. Why? Because you'll have multiple instances of catalog things being sold in your retailer sales items table. So we enforce the referential integrity for that because we cannot sell something that is not in our inventory. And then we also grab your order numbers and throw them into your retailer sales items number. And make sure that both order number and order number are displayed, and you enforce referential integrity. So this is a one-to-many retailer sales to many retailer sales items, meaning that every cell can have multiple sales items sold in each order. All right. Now, I'm going to reserve the employees at the end. Cash is just one to many. So when you bring the 1-1 to the many in the cash account, where is this? Oh, where's my account? All the way to the bottom, okay? So then that's cash to cash receipts, account, enforce referential integrity, right? Then let's move over. We have an agent that is associated, the retail customer that's associated with every cash receipt, and every cash receipt has to have 1-1. So the 1-1 is on which side? On the right. So this goes to the cash receipts, correct? The customer goes to cash receipts on my customer number. I don't see it. That's okay, customer to customer. Wonderful. I also need to establish this relationship. The 1-1 goes into the many. So the sales rep goes into the sales rep over here. Enforce referential integrity, correct? So let's take care of this one. Retail sales goes into cash receipts. according to this, 1 over many. So this order number has to go into this table order number. And let's enforce referential integrity, right? Notice that this one also has a cash receipt, but we're not going to use that to unite the retailer cells. We're going to use the order number to unite them together. See, I want to show you that. That cash receipt is also here. That's meant to trick you. Do not unite those two, right? Because this is a one to many. You bring the one into the many. So you bring the retail sales ID, in this case, the order ID, into the cash receipts table, not the other way around. All right? What else do we need to do? We need to connect retail sales with cash receipts. We've already done that. What about retail customer and sales? We have not done that. So there's a customer for every sale. So you bring the customer into the sales table, right? What else? So that's taking care. So this should have 2, 1, 2. This one should have 2. Cash receipt should have 2. That's correct. This one should only have 1. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is the more complicated one, which is number 3. How much time do we have left? I guess we're not covering chapter 6. All right. So employees are related in 3 different kinds of, or 2 different types of transactions. One is the shipping and one is the ordering. And then the other one goes to cash receipts. So you have an employee that's receiving the cash receipt. Is that the same employee that is doing the sell? Not necessarily, correct? Not necessarily. Is that the same employee that is shipping stuff? Not necessarily. According to this, in fact, if you read the text, they have different responsibilities. So we have to use 3 different employees all the time, but they're always going to be connected to the table. So let's go ahead and unite the person that ships the order. So let me bring the employee ID and I'll get to let's do the order employee. So I'm going to connect the employee ID with the ordering employee, and it's a one-to-many relationship. So I bring the single table into the multiple table, and I'm going to enforce referential integrity. Now, I cannot do this employee ID and put it again somewhere else, because that's going to create a problem. It will not work. So what I need to do is I need to add my employee table again. And in fact, I'm going to add it 2 times. So I'm going to have employee 2 and employee 1. Why is that? If I do a link to my retailer sales for the order employee, shipping employee, it would just give me an error, or it would force us to have the same. It would only show records for those sales that have the same employee for the shipping, the ordering, and the cash. And that, by definition, by understanding the business processes, we were told that that is not allowed. So that's why we have to use an employee table again. And then now I can connect it. So let me connect the second one to my shipping employee, right? Employee number 2. In this case, from the employees_1 table would be connected to my shipping. And then I need another one that has a cash receipt connected to an employee. Do we have any of those? No. So this number would be included with this. I want to make sure that I do that, because if I don't separate the tables and use an alias, then again, it will restrict my transactions. And when I query something, it's going to assume that I'm querying one type of employee, when in fact I may be trying to look for a different type of employee. All right, so that's basically it. So that was the only complicated part of this process.